Hello again, good to have you back again. Of course, if you're tuning in for the first time, I am the Articulate Grunt. Welcome to my channel, and the cold weather is upon us. And yes, you read the title correctly, though in actual content I was a little misleading. Sorry about that. What it is the city of Hollywood, Florida, had their nitrogen superheater blow out on them. Literally, it is frag, scrap, trash, junk. It is useless and worthless, and will take 30 weeks for the company that produces them to build a new one to ship to them. You know, I didn't even know that nitrogen superheaters existed or what they were for, but it turns out it is a commonly used critical component in many sewage treatment plants. Yeah, it is literally a nitrogen superheating device that helps to treat our shit. Well, the city of Springfield uses the same facility type, the same process, and we have a spare. Matter of fact, as it turns out, we currently have the only spare in the nation. So Hollywood, Florida approached us, and they'd like to buy our spare because it is literally costing them thousands of dollars a day to use alternate means to treat their sewage. And a deal was worked out. They've ordered a new one. It's going to take 30 weeks to be manufactured, but since we've got a spare, they're going to pay all expenses. Ours is going to get shipped to them. Should something happen to ours in the meantime, they will pay any costs we incur treating our sewage through alternate methods. And when that brand new one comes out of the factory, as ours is new but has been sitting in storage as a spare for who knows how long, we'll actually get the new one shipped to us to go in storage as a spare in case of emergencies for us or for others, such as Hollywood, Florida. So they're paying all costs. We're getting a brand new spare put into storage as soon as it's finished manufacturing in 30 weeks. Overall, a nice win-win for us, and we get to save Hollywood, Florida. Moving on to other matters, though, the Springfield Board of Education voted to extend benefits to same-sex married couples as they would to any other married couples working for the Springfield Board of Education, i.e. our teachers and other personnel. Monday's City Council is going to include a bill that may concern some within the city, as it will regulate scooters. You've seen them all over the city. You've seen shops for them, little motor scooters running all over town that everybody seems to love more and more, especially around the college campus. This will be the first reading of the bill, which means the public will get to speak. So if you want to get your 2 cents in, you'll want to go Monday night, starts at 6:30, to City Council. What this bill will do, if passed 2 weeks from Monday in the final hearing and vote, is it will A, require scooter riders within the city to wear helmets, B, purchase insurance and keep proof of insurance on the person at all times when riding the scooter, and C, restrict or disallow the riding of passengers on the scooters at all. So if this is something that interests you, something you're into, or just want to be involved in, you might want to go down and get involved with that. Finally, the majority of the City Council meeting Tuesday was taken up with the 30th annual presentation by the city's HUD department. HUD, of course, being the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Apparently, our city's HUD department is another nationally renowned department within the city that other cities are trying to emulate, trying to do what they've done in the last 30 years. One of the big differences being HUD is generally a grant that comes down from the federal government. A lot of HUD departments grant out and hand out the money to worthy candidates within the city. Well, what our HUD department actually does is they bring in the money and they give it out as loans. Now, they take a much higher risk and have much longer terms at lower interest rates that any bank is willing to do, but they do it out as loans rather than straight out grants. That way, over time, the money comes back in, it continues to build a portfolio, which has allowed them to help an amazingly large base of people and businesses in the city of Springfield compared to other HUD departments in much larger cities that get much larger grants of money from the federal government. One thing of it really stuck with me, though, and it wasn't part of their presentation, it wasn't something they were putting forth. It's just something I caught. And it's something that in the current governmental situation I didn't think would be the case. It actually took me a bit by surprise. Now, we've got a Democratic president. Until the last vote, we had a Democrat-held Senate in the government as well. Now, what caught me by surprise and that stuck with me is that the federal HUD program actually reached its height at the end of the Bush era, at $1.83 billion. During the time of Obama's administration, it has been cut every budgetary cycle. Every year, they've cut more off it, to where now, this last year, it only stood at $900 million. Just under half of what it was at. And this is a program that's supposed to help our urban housing development, the people that really need it most in and around our cities across the country. And yet, while it's been cut in half, we continually see requests for $3.7 billion to help illegal immigrants, to offer them aid and comfort. $3 billion being pledged to a global environmental effort to help combat greenhouse effects. And yet, once again, the benefits and assistance to our own people, helping make a difference in our own communities, is being slashed and cut further and further. And that $900 million is getting cut by 7% again in the upcoming budget, apparently. Take care. Hope this found you well. Remember, get up, get involved in your community. You're the only one keeping you from doing your best. Get out, get involved. If somebody else does and you don't, they do something you don't like, you don't approve of, you really can't bitch to anybody about yourself in the mirror, because they did something and you didn't. You didn't even try. Take care. Leave me your thoughts and comments down below. Hit the like or dislike. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you next time. I am the Articulate Grunt. Until then, out from here. Bye.